Ladies and gents, welcome back to another episode. I don't know if I can call this one Road to Podium because we've already podiumed. So I think this is... I haven't quite decided if I'm going to continue Road to Podium series or whether we start a new series, but this is essentially going to be... Yeah, we'll say that this is the last episode of Road to Podium for now. So, Hyrox Amsterdam. This is going to be a bit of a different video. I'm going to talk you through sort of what it was like and go from there, really. So let's sort of get the phone up and let's go through the weekend. So, we flew out. So me and my mum went out to Amsterdam. I raced in the men's open division, the 16 to 24s. I raced on Saturday, the 12th of October in Amsterdam. So we flew out Thursday night. So the 10th, we flew out on the night of the 10th, got there quite late, took about an hour and a half to get through sort of immigration at Schiphol Airport. And then Friday was the first full day in Amsterdam, woke up, went into sort of Amsterdam, a bit of walk around, and the instructions from the coach were very clear. Stay off the feet as much as possible. Didn't want to tire myself out, so I only did about 10,000 steps, and normally I do quite a lot more. Went to the arena, checked it all out, watched a little bit of the racing, and then from 2 o'clock went back to the hotel and didn't move from my bed at all for the rest of the day, apart from to go downstairs to collect a food delivery. And that was that. So it was pretty uneventful, actually. It was a pretty sort of quiet day, very sort of mentally tuning in, getting ready for there. For me, I went to Amsterdam with the intention of going there to try and podium and to race hard. So exploring the city and doing all the tourist things wasn't high up on my bucket list, and I was fine with that. Amsterdam is a great city and I'll definitely go back. But that was the plan. Saturday rolls around. I raced at 11:40, so I woke up at... What time did I wake up in the end? I think I ended up waking up about 8 a.m. because I wanted to make sure I could get my food in. So I woke up at 8 a.m. and then we had basically... I think I left the hotel at 9:30. I stopped eating at about 20 to 11, yeah. So I had about 2 hours, 40 minutes of eating. So I had bagels, squares, bars... I had all my supplements, my beta-alanine, creatine, electrolytes. We had... What else did we have? Squares bars, I said that. Bananas, orange juice, Haribo. So the sort of the long-acting sugars, slow digesting sugars, and then the fast-acting, quick digesting, that's a mouthful, sugars. Got all those in on top of the nitrate shots. If you go back and watch the Great North Run YouTube video that I did, I sort of talk about that a bit more in there. So then that was that. Got to the venue about, it was about 10 o'clock I got to the venue, so about just before an hour and a half. Checked in, registered, did all that, got my wristband. I've still not taken off, but this is going to come off today. I think it's about time, 2 days after the event, we get rid of it. Checked in, did all that, went for sort of got my coffee, and just sat and just chilled. And then slowly started to sort of get the process of warming up going. So we went through obviously normal warming stretches, whatnot, and then just before, got my heart rate up, I did sort of 5 20-second bursts on the skier, getting me going, and then into the tunnel. And if you've done a Hyrox before, and you're in that pen, that Red Bull tent where they're playing the Run Boy Run music and the John Cena music, and they're giving you the countdown, there's a lot going on in there, and for a lot of people the race is made a loss in there because the adrenaline is so high. Race starts. My plan was just get out there as quick as I could. Not die, not burn out, but it was a case of get out to the front, lead off, and get into the ski in good form. I'll put in this video, sort of clips of the run through there, and I'll just sort of talk you through the run. So if we go off the ski was good. I think I got the second quickest ski out of all the men's open across all the ages. So my ski time was, going on here. Yeah, so my ski time was 3:48. That felt really good actually. The plan was actually to be a bit slower than that, but it felt really good. It didn't feel easy. I think I was just pulling quite hard because I was quite fresh. So that felt really good. Going into the sled push, this is the best set of sleds I've ever used in a Hyrox competition. They move so well, so nicely, really smooth. And for me, as more of a strength athlete, I didn't want to sort of push it and hammer it and do a really, really fast sled and then die on the run. So I wanted to sort of actually use it, okay, move the sled nicely. I'm not bothered about getting a top 10 time on the sled push or a top 5 time on the sled push. I'd rather get my heart rate down, move it easily, and then send the run afterwards. Sled pull, yeah, second out of everyone again. 2 minutes 47. That was a case of grab it, rip it. We're not really using the legs too much. And then obviously you run and attack it, make sure it's as quick as possible. And that worked. And the run after that was alright. The burpees were tough. It was like an 80-metre line of burpees instead of you got before. You'll know they normally do 2 40-metre lengths. This was just 1 80-metre length. And this was a bit harder. I think you get to 25 metres and you look up in your sleeves, so you've got all that way to go. It's quite a hard thing, like mentally, to deal with. And it felt hard, but actually my time was okay. 3:33, 18th overall on the burpees. It could have been better, but again, actually, if I'd have gone any harder, I'd probably just burnt myself out on the run. So then we went into the row, and the idea with the row is use it as a recovery station, bring the heart rate right back down. That was 4:12, obviously that's included getting in, getting set up, getting out. And again, that was just actually pull hard, relax, get the breathing sorted, and then we can hit the run after that. Farmer's carry is actually normally one of my worst stations. So obviously in training, and most people in doubles, it's probably the easiest station. It's the quick, it's 200 metres, it's over in less than 2 minutes, and it's just sort of a farmer's carry hold. For me, I always struggle because my arms are normally burnt out by that point. So my plan was don't run with them, just try and walk with them. Don't put them down, because it was an out and back instead of the zigzags, which I really liked about the Amsterdam course. It was a very fast course. And a lot of the elites found it was quite fast. But I'll get onto the running course in a second. The farmer's carry, my plan was just don't put them down. Not bothered about running, just try and do a fast walk, don't put them down, because that's what will slow you down more. If you try to run with them, put them down, you're just going to end up more time trying to go quicker. And we did that. That was good. 1:34. Sandbag lunges at 3 minutes and 7. The plan was just to sort of get through it as quick as we could and just dig deep. We did that on this one. I was quite pleased with my lunges, because the lunges would have either made or broken this race. If the lunges went well, the race was going to go well. If the lunges went terribly, I cramped up and it was hard, then the run after and the wall balls would have been a real fight. And the wall balls were good. Wall balls were good. 3:45, 5th overall in the wall balls. And the wall balls were good. I think I broke it. I think I took the first rest about 47, 48 reps. And then I think I took another break at maybe about 60 odd or 70 odd, and then just sort of powered through to the 100. And then there's not a video of it, but when I crossed the finish line, there's probably about a 1 second delay, probably about a 2 second delay for you crossing the line and your board coming up. And I saw the 1 hour and 50 seconds on the board, and in my head I thought I was on for maybe a 102, 103. And that's what I wanted to go there for. I saw the 1 hour and my jaw just dropped. I had hands to the top of my head, just a complete natural reaction. I was absolutely gobsmacked. Turned around like looking for my mum, looking for my coach, and it was just nuts. And then I had the weight, so that finished at obviously about 20 to 1. I had the then wait up until about 7 p.m. that night to find out if I podiumed. By the time I finished the race, I was in second place. About half an hour after I finished, another Brit ran slightly quicker than me in 58 minutes, which pushed me down to third. So I was there just hanging on. And we did it. We got the podium spot. We got the third place spot. And yeah, I'm just over the moon. To run 1 hour flat and then to get the podium is just insane. Like, for context, the last time I ran an official Hyrox solo, I ran 1:17. I've done a couple of sims since then that I got around 1:04, 1:03, but then you can never compare the sims. So yeah, to get 1 hour was good. Very happy with that. So I was happy with the times. The run course itself was longer than the runs were longer than 1 kilometre at a time.
Let's go!
Why this was, I don't know, but it still ended up being a really fast course. So there's definitely a few things to take away from this run. I think that most of my heart rate was spent in zone 5, which is not something I'm actually used to. So I think more of that sort of training, high end heart rate training, is probably going to be needed going into sort of the more solo races I do in the new year. I've got a couple of doubles next, so in 2 weeks I've got Birmingham, and then 2 weeks after that I've got Manchester, the week after that I've got Dublin, and then 2 weeks after that I've got London. So they're all doubles races. So they can be nice they can be a bit, not necessarily nice, but a bit more enjoyable than solos. I had my coach out there with me, following me around. Excuse me, following me around the whole way, and that was just an added boost that I just sort of stopped me losing concentration when it got tough, or like I was constantly alert, which really helped. So yeah, that was a brief rundown of Hyrox Amsterdam. Thank you for following along on this series, by the way. I know it's a short and sweet one. But we're going to be back. Obviously, the plan is to move to the Pro Division next and do some more pro races. So I think I'll be much better suited to those as more of a strength athlete. And then get some more flags. So we've completed Road to Podium. We've got the first flag of the season. Let's see how many more we can pick up. And let's try and secure that qualification for the World Championships, which are in Chicago next year. So that'll be cool. So let's try and get out to Chicago. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed the video and the series, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all of that. Drop in some comments as well, what sort of videos you want to see, what sort of Hyrox videos you want to see going forward. And yeah, I'm sure I'll catch you in the next one.